What's happening, folks? I'm back with another reaction, back with some more Erasure, going back to their 1991 album Chorus again. Haven't reacted to anything on this one in a little bit, so excited to return to it. I mentioned it, from the first time I started reacting to it, that Han Solo had mentioned in advance that it had a more kind of 90s electronic feel than the albums that I had started reacting to from the 80s, and already halfway through the album that has proved to be true, repeatedly in multiple tracks, so very much enjoying that flavor to it. So we're up to a tune called Turns the Love to Anger, which is an interesting title, normally, and especially with a group that kind of has this positive, look on the bright side of things even when they're painful sort of feel, like Erasure, you typically expect the sentiment to be running in the other direction, taking anger or, hurt or the feeling of being upset and sort of turning that into sort of optimism or hope or sort of like relentless positivity. But yeah, it turns the love to anger. And again, the way that's phrased, something, right? There's a subject that turns the love to anger. It's a sort of like transitive verb. So it's interesting, we don't really know that it's implied, but it's not stated who or what that subject is. So yeah, it's obviously the conversion of one powerful emotion into another, and I'm not sure mathematically whether it's a perfect like for like in terms of like the concentration of the emotional quantity, but yeah, ultimately, hate is a very powerful and negative emotion, love is a very powerful positive emotion, and ultimately, history and literature and indeed music over the eons will tell you that, oftentimes those extreme contrasting emotions can be felt in tandem or at least in alternation, because if you tap into someone like in a very strong emotional way, well, that it can manifest it anywhere along the sort of, I was going to say spectrum, but like, three-dimensional emotional sort of sphere, shall we say. So that's what I think of when I see the title, Turns the Love to Anger. So let's see how it manifests. Once again, wanted to give a shout out to this like special bonus deluxe version of the CD. It does have the regular album, an album or a CD of like live performances of the songs from the album, as well as a CD of like remixes and B-sides. So we're gonna get to all those eventually, but still going through the album proper. So this is Erasure, Turns the Love to Anger, from their 1991 album Chorus. Oh yeah.
Lest we forget,
very electric bass work. Acidic even.
careering through space and time.
Oh, love that tonal shift.
On the fatalistic journey. Ooh, it scares me half to death that we tear ourselves apart.
Scares me half to death that we're telling us to tear ourselves apart.
Close your eyes to the screaming. Now are we placed? How are we free? See how this obsession turns the love to anger.
The obsession turns the love to anger.
Falling onto stony ground. We are lost in our vision.
The acidic style bass. I don't know if it's actually a 303, but it's great.
We send a message of confusion.
That's quite a
Across
message.
the great divide. With our eyes full of wonder, still the world goes spinning by. Now are we placed? How are we free? See how this obsession turns the love to anger. Love is where the dream should lie. It's not for us to reason why or to ponder
Dream sense
the
of
strategy. So come with us and take a ride somewhere
It's like the dream duck.
before it's too late.
expecting that, and I love it. Sort of quasi-dissonant sort of synth layer, kind of telegraphing. Sonically, this is again one of my favorites. I keep saying that now. Oh. I love the sort of in the ethereal distance vocal layers. Oh my god. That's amazing. Like the singing quality there almost sounds like, or like the type of singing almost sounds like a Cranberry song, like those long lilty runs that she would do. But yeah, that was awesome. Like musically, again, one of my favorites. It's brilliant. Lyrically, there's some interesting lines there, but I feel like I'm still sort of missing like how they kind of all fit together. So yeah, I got to listen to it some more. But definitely, it seemed to be sort of a warning about or a critique of obsessive behavior and how it can take something that's sort of good and positive and like make it into something negative because you get so like locked in on it that like, you know, you can't let go or you can't sort of like let it be as it is. So again, perhaps it's a sort of a warning again about obsessive behavior. So yeah, again, I gotta listen to it some more, see if I can stitch together some more of the lines. But definitely musically, again, I think it was 303. I think that was genuinely like acid bass, and if it wasn't, it was like a sort of, you know, electronic bass that approximated the acid sound. I love those sort of, I think I call them quasi-dissonant sort of melodic touches. When it like kicked into sort of the more dance kind of like trance mode. So yeah, just a great tune. I'm like, this album has been what I expected and still beyond what I expected at the same time, if that makes sense. Sonically, it's where I thought it would be, but it's above what I maybe thought it would be. So yeah, once again, shout out to Andy, shout out to Vince, shout out to Han Solo and Seb and the other people who've commented on the Erasure reactions. I really do appreciate you. It's been one of the most enjoyable sort of groups to react to for me because they're so fun and positive, and again, even when they sing about things that are sad and painful, they somehow make it sound like a good time, which is, you know, a remarkable accomplishment. So do let me know what you think of this one. Other than that, I'll see you next time.